Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, man. If y'all can't tell, I'm in a good mood. Why? Because if I know, I'm just in a good mood. I don't need a reason to be in a good mood. Oh, God dang it, I gotta edit that. Anyway, today we will be reacting to another great day for a reaction, man. I know it's been a while. I missed y'all. Another great day for reaction, but we'll be reacting to craziest September of all time video by Tommy NFG, man. Look, a lot's happened in September, bro. Okay, for all my US watchers, you know, with the whole Charlie Kirk situation, for the hip-hop people, the David situation with him, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna make a video on the Charlie Kirk situation. I don't want to get political. I hate that. That's not this type of channel. I'm not doing that. I will make a video on the David situation because that's actually kind of fucked up. And there's a lot that needs to be said about that. And for my Guyanese people, right, the boys back home, cricket going on, you know what I mean? Last night, Sunday, right, the 21st, was cricket, okay? So it's a lot to be excited about, man. Anyway, that's enough yippity yap yapping. Let's just get straight into the video. I'm pretty sure I said video by Tommy NFG already, so yeah, let's just get straight into it.
I know I usually do a recap at the end of every year, covering everything that happened from influencers to politics to memes. And I'm happy to say that will be coming out. But this September, I just had to talk about it a little bit because people have been memeing on it and just saying, what the f is going on? Every day I'm waking up seeing a new jaw-dropping story across the world. As of recording, we're literally halfway through this month, and Charlie Kirk got assassinated. Life was just found on Mars. Nepal overthrew its government. Roblox is getting sued by a YouTuber. Russia's invading Poland. A dead body was found in a music artist's car, and the Epstein files released. If this is
yeah. That was all this month, bro. There's a lot going on. This is the 22nd, bro. What are we doing? We're barely reaching the end of the month and it's already on fire, bro. This month has been so much of a forest fire, bro. God dang. Oh my goodness gracious. And it's only getting worse.
2025, we're not gonna...
Or let's hope it doesn't get any worse. That's what I was trying to say.
I guess we can start off in order with Roblox getting sued by Law by Mike. Roblox has been going...
Y'all seen that video? Come on now, it's right there. I made that video.
Through the gutter ever since Schlep made that exposed video on them. They've been losing billions and getting clowned on by the internet. Having politicians step up to fight against them, then getting sued by a state. I mean, when your game has animations like this, should we be surprised?
Hey yo, what the fuck?
This isn't even the worst of them. Like, if I showed the worst, this video will probably get taken down. So on September 1st, Law by Mike dropped a video saying he's suing Roblox and pointed out all the up things Roblox has yet to address. One of them was the fact that anyone could make an account on the website before 2021 with just a username, password, and birthday. It's the first step for every game company to have you enter in an email at least. This makes it way easier for predators to create some bot accounts and lure some kids off the platform. And also, what happens if you forget your username and password and don't have an email connected to the account? Was your account just blipped from existence forever? He also says that their AI moderation is a failure because groomers always find a way around it. They'll either use some type of secret emoji codes or text in the chat to still get through, which only makes me wonder, when are these companies gonna realize AI is not built up as much as they thought it was? Now it feels like companies are only becoming unsafer with this AI bullshit. It's almost like removing an actual human being and replacing it with a robot that works half the time was gonna cause problems. But you know they don't care. Roblox does anything for profits. He also exposed that Roblox is lying about how many moderators they have. They try to say they have thousands working around the clock 24/7 to protect kids, but it turns out they only have 3,000 total. And that might seem
whoa. I need y'all to understand something, right? Hold on, just give me 2 seconds, right? Okay, so I need y'all to understand, right? I asked ChatGPT, right? How many users are on Roblox daily? And this is what they get. Roblox has about 111, 112, if you round it, million daily active users globally as of 2025. Now, I want you to keep that in mind. Quiet. I want you to keep that in mind. 112 million, rounded it off, million daily users to the 3,000 moderators. Do you really think people aren't gonna find ways to maneuver their way through getting detected, bro? It's absolutely crazy. It's high. And as big as Roblox is, the amount of money they make, you'd really think that they'd be able to, and they should be able to, I'm pretty sure they can, afford way more moderators to mediate this epidemic of freaking weirdos all over their platform, bro. But they're not doing nothing about it because they know that's how they get a lot of their money. It's gross. I've been trying not to get as worked up lately, you know what I mean? I don't know if I put that video out yet or not, but one of those videos I got a little too intense, you know? Kind of send my blood pressure up a little bit. So I'm trying to keep it calm.
Like a lot, but keep in mind, Roblox has well over 100 million active players a day, which is only growing every day with more kids joining. Those poor employees, I could only imagine how many requests they have to come through a day. It's always worse when you have less too, because you're gonna have employees making mistakes and they probably got some quota from David Baszucki to hit. I can imagine him looking down from above on them and giving an execution order when an employee makes a mistake. Because of all this, Law by Mike said he's now joining Schlepp's lawyer to help sue Roblox, and that anyone who's had a similar experience to Schlepp on Roblox can contact him so we can add them as well to it. Right now, Roblox is looking like Thanos after snapping. If they manage to win this, I'm gonna start buying the lottery again because anything is possible. Right after this, the Epstein files officially released to the public. Well, actually, not fully released, just partially.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way these files released to the public and there hasn't been some sort of mutiny, bro. I'm not calling for a mutiny, but I'm assuming, like, with how hard they were pushing back on releasing these files, there's something there they don't want the people to see, and if people see it, it's probably gonna be a mutiny. That's just what I think. Okay, I'm not hoping for nothing. I don't want nothing bad to happen. I live in this country. I will have to deal with anything bad that happens because of this. So I'm kind of hoping nothing bad happens. So it's just smooth sailings and a calm lifestyle for me. You feel me? But
the fact that 33,000 pages being released is only partially makes me sick to my stomach. This was really the devil, bro. How did we live on the same planet as him? But randomly out of nowhere, a government branch decided to force Epstein's estate to release his 50th birthday book, which did indeed expose Trump for signing an inappropriate letter to Epstein. I always wonder how these rich dudes get so freaked out. Their freaky is always 10 octaves above the public. I don't know if I can show the letter, but I'm not gonna risk it because this vid might get taken down. It takes...
I got you, chat. I got you.
Birthday book for Jeffrey Epstein. Its cover page here, part of a set of documents released late tonight by the House Oversight Committee, which subpoenaed Epstein's estate. And inside that book, page after page, allegedly from Epstein's friends. A handwritten note from former President Bill Clinton. His office not returning our request for comment tonight, although a spokesperson has previously said Clinton knows nothing about Epstein's terrible crimes. Separately, a sketch in the book of women massaging Epstein. And this drawing, released earlier today by the committee's Democrats, who say it was included for Epstein by President Trump. The drawing shows the outline of a woman's torso, breasts and hips, with a message that reads, in part, "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey," and later, "Enigmas never age," before the closing words, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." At the bottom, a familiar scrawled signature. The notes...
Okay, I'm back. So I did a little bit of research, and it turns out the letter is nothing too crazy, right? It just has a drawing of an outline of a woman's body, which, again, I think I've said this on the channel. I probably haven't. I've probably just been in real life, but there's nothing innately sexual about a woman's body, bro. It's just you freaked out fuck niggas, bro. That's all it is. Y'all niggas are just too freaked out. But yeah, that's all it was in the letter. I don't really know what else or why he was making such a big deal about it. It's just a outline of a woman's body with writing in it. You feel me? As for what the letter says, nothing. If y'all want to see what the letter says, I'm gonna put a screenshot right here.
No!
There you go. Let's get back to the video.
It's like 2 seconds to find on the internet anyways. The letter itself is a bad drawing of a naked woman's body with Trump's signature directly on the bottom of it. I feel like in the past, if people heard that a president got exposed for signing a nude letter to a predator, they would assume he would have got impeached by now. Maybe this is just the bar that we've set for the future. They also had a fictional conversation between them on the letter. Aw, they're doing some cute couple role plays.
Nigga, you gay.
I'm not gonna lie, 2 men having a fictional conversation written on a letter has gotta be some form of zesty. There is never a time you'd ever see me and my homies do this with each other. At the end of the letter, the last thing Trump wrote is, "A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and let every day be another wonderful secret."
And also, just because he did that, I'm no longer putting that screenshot up. So, sucks to suck, nerds. These niggas is gay.
Surely he clarified at least what he meant there.
It's not my signature, and it's not the way I speak. And anybody that's covered me for a long time knows that's not my language.
Oh. Well, I have no reason to say he's lying. I believe him. Moving on. It's crazy because if I'm president and I'm accused of being a predator like this, and I'm saying someone's smearing me with fake signatures and all that, I'm instantly releasing a forensic analysis showing it's fake. Like, I run the country, give me the best one and get it done in a couple hours. But ever since he said this, there hasn't been a single peep from him about it. You've had to have some real genius out there to smear Trump with a fake signature 20 years ago knowing he would be president just to use it as blackmail against him. People are pointing out also he has signatures from the past that look exactly like the one with Epstein, and even ones he signed in 2022 with that exact one. But he's changed up the signature ever since becoming president, which makes you think, is this man really—
Bro, he knew. Once I get into this White House, I gotta start being careful. It'll be all eyes on me. Like, once I get into this White House the second time, right? But he knew, bro. He knew he was up to some fuck shit. And he knew that Karma's a bitch. She was going to come back to bite him in the ass. And that's exactly what's happening. We're only 5 minutes into this video. And this recording is already 15 minutes long. I'm doing a whole lot of talking. Let me shut up so we can finish this video, man. Golly. About to be a 40-minute reaction.
Dumb enough to think people won't go back to his old signatures and compare them to see how alike it is? The answer is probably yeah. Russia now might invade Poland, so yay, another World War III threat this year. At this point, how many World War III threats are we at this year? Because every month I'm hearing a rumor that the may start up and I'm gonna have to get ready to be drafted. This month, Russia decided to send drones to Poland's airspace, which they say was an accident and they weren't intentionally aimed there. What's up with these governments thinking people in the world don't have brains like them? It's actually disrespectful because they deadass think we're all toddlers and can't tell what's real and what's not. Although nothing was really damaged and the drones turned out to be decoys apparently, Poland was not messing around with these. Word on the street is Poland's moving like the Texas of Europe. They deployed their jets to shoot down the drones because you gotta show dominance. And they also invoked Article 4 of the NATO treaty, which means they're now meeting with all other countries to discuss where further to go with this. All it takes is for them to agree to move to Article 5, and we potentially in them World War III trenches. The military better be able to hold this out with my tax dollars, because that draft is one I will be dodging. I don't care if I gotta act like Timmy from South Park, I'm not going. While a country was attacking another country, Gen Z in Nepal just said f it and burned down their government. Finally, Gen Z.
Whoa, I did not know about that one, actually. But then again, I'm not on the internet every day, so I guess I wouldn't know, right? God dang. They actually just went straight. That's the mutiny I was talking about earlier in the video. God damn.
I don't know why, but I thought in our lifetime we would never see a government overthrown with all of our modern technology. I thought we was shit. Our generation got a bunch of femboys and furries. Are these the people that are supposed to fight? Like, whenever I see footage of a government being overthrown, it's always from the 80s or in black and white. But this all started when in Nepal, the government decided to randomly ban all major social media platforms.
Oh, no, sir. That is like taking that needle away from a junkie. Are you out of your mind? Do you know? Where's my phone's at? Do you know how addicted to these screens people are? Nigga, I have three of them. And then I have 3 monitors that I'm constantly using. Do you know what kind of civilization you're trying to bring down by banning social media? This nigga lost his mind. Now I see why these niggas revolted, bro. And I'm not even a big social media person. My Instagram got fucking suspended for some reason. So now I can't use that. I don't like being on TikTok. What's the other one? I don't use Twitter. Twitter is a breeding ground for friggin' degenerates. So I don't even use a whole lot of the big social media platforms, but I still know how big these platforms are and how important and how major they are to some people's day, bro. You feel me? A lot of people, actually, especially people from Gen Z in my generation, around my age, just like, bro, people are chronically online because that's how they get that's how they get to be nosy. Let me say that. That's how they get to be up in other people's business, bro. So you trying to take that away from them is exactly what just happened will happen, bro. You better stop. Y'all better stop fucking with these little niggas before they really start, you know.
This is always a
People gonna end over the Civil War in your head and niggas stop playing.
The people there already felt like the government was too corrupt. So this one little thing pushed them to the edge. At first, the protesters started peacefully with people asking the government to change its ways. But then the police started using rubber bullets and tear gas fighting the protesters. The one thing you never do to a peaceful crowd is start firing at them, because their next and only option is revolt. So all the Gen Z kids started fighting back and crowding the streets, slowly adding up to more and more until the police couldn't handle it. And in the middle of this revolt, for some reason, there was a random British tourist there vlogging to witness it all. When all other media fails and there's no other source, always count on a random British man in a miscellaneous country recording it. On second thought, the overthrowing can't be that bad. They gave him water for
Right? They're so nice, bro. That's not everywhere, chat. Don't fall for it. But they are so nice.
free. Apparently the whole thing was actually very wholesome, other than the government buildings getting burnt down. People were helping each other if they got injuries and driving them to the hospital. People set up stations to give each other food to refuel. And after everything burnt down and their previous prime minister resigned, they cleaned the street together and are gonna start building up everything again. In a way, this is the most peaceful overthrowing of a corrupt government I've ever seen. After all this, they've of course had to elect new people in the government, considering all the old government got pushed out. And the place they chose to pick their leader wasn't in person, wasn't through local polling. They elected their new prime minister through Discord. Say what you want about Gen Z, but we get things done in the stupidest possible way ever. New prime minister also would make her the first female prime minister in the country. So she got a lot on her plate, but you know what? Good luck to her and the rest of the Nepalian people. You could tell their government was corrupt because sadly there was 72 casualties just in the days of this going on. In America, if it came out the government off 72 people on the streets now, we would probably have a civil war all over the nation. Moving on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
David, who's a singer that blew up in the past couple of years, mainly becoming big off of TikTok as most artists do nowadays. If you think you've never heard of his name, I guarantee if you hear one of his songs, you probably heard it on a TikTok before. His Tesla had been found abandoned on the street and got towed to a local towing yard. It was there for a while.
Before I even let him finish, I'm gonna just say this now, bro. If you don't know anything about what's going on with this situation, viewer discretion is advised. This story gets graphic and dark. Okay, I will be making a video on it probably later on down the week, but for now, just know this is bad, bro. It's bad, bro. It is so bad, bro. It is so bad. This y'all, man. This why I don't be fucking with TikTok, bro. These niggas that be coming up off of TikTok, man. We're gonna revisit this when I make my video on this, bro.
When the workers started noticing a bad smell coming from it, and when they called the police,
It stinks.
Police found a body in a bag in the trunk. I could not be a cop because I would not be the same after seeing something like that. As soon as it came out, all of his fans were like, it's over. Their favorite TikTok artist turned into OJ. But it turns out at the time it got found, he was on tour already for a while. So unless he pulled some mafia type of calls and had someone taken out and left in his trunk for some reason, which doesn't make sense if you're trying to hide a crime, but whatever, then it was pretty much impossible for him to have done the crime. The police also said he's not a suspect, that he's working with them to help. That's gotta be awkward to address to the public, right? Usually artists are addressing scamming allegations or something else, but a murder, that's a little more than what we normally see. But f that, because now we got signs of Mars has life. One of NASA's rovers last year got a rock sample from Mars, and that specific rock sample is also connected to an ancient river on the planet. They say the Mars rocks are about 3.2 to 3.8 billion years old. Whenever I see stats like this, it's always crazy because it shows our lives are literally nothing in the grand scheme of things. I don't even believe.
Yeah, man. You're just space dust, bro.
He ain't lying.
That's all you are. Get over it. So stop being afraid of whatever the fuck you're afraid of. Stop being afraid to go and talk to that bitch, nigga. Go talk to that bitch. If she turned you down, okay. She's just another dust particle that you don't ever have to interact with again, man. You feel me? Nothing in this life is real, bro. None of it matters. Okay? We all live at some point and we all die at some point, except for me. I'm immortal. I'll be here forever. Hi.
Shut your bitch ass up.
But, you know, nothing, don't take life serious, bro. Just enjoy it. Make the best of it. That's what I'm doing. Shit, and I'm happy as fuck. You saw how I started this video for no reason.
The universe is that old for real. Show me some 4K footage, then I'll start believing. The scientists found minerals on the rock that can be linked to life-friendly signs, which they match with the ones we have here. It also had elements like carbon, which is linked to microbial life. The problem is, since we're on Earth and nobody's there, we can't fully confirm if it's 100% accurate. We have to manage on the rovers, which always have to break for some reason. But if they confirm it's true, it's the strongest evidence that Mars once had life like us or has life on it now. If they are there, I say we leave them alone. It would be kind of cool to chop it up with the alien and ask it how its life is going. Maybe have a little smoke session with it and get high. But we'll just drag them into our planet and all the bull we caused. They're probably gonna look at us like, damn.
I know we're kind of up, but damn, being born a human is crazy.
And for the last one, that's probably the most craziest thing that happened this month. You've all heard by now, but political commentator Charlie Kirk got assassinated in broad daylight.
Ain't no mercy for the weak. If you play, you gon' die. That's just what it is. Niggas know I'm crazy about my slime and I don't bang. But you dumb if you didn't think I keep a fire. I got.
If y'all know me and my stances, y'all probably already know what I'm gonna say. Political violence is never the answer and doesn't solve anything. And judging from the reaction and the fallout from it, people are even more split than they already were. You got the dumbest of sides. One side laughing at a man getting gruesome.
Look. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I did not know who this nigga was until he died, bro. Or at least I didn't know him by name and face until he died, right? I seen that one Jubilee thing. I haven't even watched the whole video. I just saw it in passing, right? That one Jubilee video he did with debating a bunch of other niggas. But that was it. Other than that, I didn't know who it was. So I don't really feel any sort of emotion other than, you know, a little bit of sorrow for his family. Because, you know, regardless of what the man's stances was, he still was a father and a husband, bro. That's not, he's still a person. He was still a person, regardless of how different he was from whoever had it out for him. You feel me? And that's kind of, it's sad, but at the same time, you put yourself, you know, if he put this type of, I'm gonna purposefully piss people off with what I say kind of energy out there, then he should very much so be expecting that I'm gonna piss some people off. And be honest, some people are very much whack jobs and they might actually do something about it. So I don't feel bad for how he lived, and I can't feel bad for how he died, but I do feel for his family. So that's about all I have to say on that,
murked in front of hundreds of people,
or care to say on that.
And the other side saying it's a civil war now and it's time to get locked in.
Never that deep. Never that deep.
It is never that deep.
It's time we rise.
You fat fuck, you're not rising off of that couch to save your goddamn life. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Damn.
What are we talking about? What are you, this nigga, what?
Why is Andrew Tate tweeting Civil War? Don't even live here. Worry about your sex trafficking cases and crypto scams. Stop worrying about our affairs. To me, it looks like if this is the type of president we're setting for political commentators, like for politicians, it's one thing, even though it's bad too, that's something people more expect is a possibility. Then how far are we gonna go with this? Even though Charlie Kirk is on the more extreme side with stuff he says, it starts like that, then dwindles down to everyone else. It honestly shows how sad we've gotten, and I'm honestly scared of what's to come. Like for
People are soft nowadays, man. Everybody's too touchy. Their feelings get hurt too easy. That's why. Yeah, they can't hear somebody have a different opinion than them and be like, all right, cool, that's your opinion, but fuck you, and not resort to violence. You know what I mean? I can be like, fuck you, I don't care for your opinion, and not hold a single grudge against you, bro. I don't have enough space in my being to hate anybody, because that just takes up too much space and energy. I don't got that. I don't got it. Okay? I don't have energy to hate on nobody. I don't have the space in my mind to be thinking about hating on nobody. I want everybody to be the best version of themselves, regardless of how that looks to me. You feel me? Because how the best version of me is going to look completely different to me than it's going to look to everybody else. You feel me? So I may be the best version of me, but everybody else is seeing me as something different. They might be seeing me as, oh, he's such a horrible person, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Shit, I'll take that. Appreciate it. You feel me? But, like, yeah, man, you just got to learn to not take people's stances and their opinions too serious, bro. Even the facts. You can't argue with facts. So if it's factual, you definitely can't have your feelings hurt at the facts. It's facts. That's facts. You gonna argue with facts, nigga? What? You can't do that. No. But yeah, just leave it alone, bro. It makes no sense getting riled up over someone else's opinions. Why are you that weak-minded that you're letting someone else's opinion, someone's opinion, not a fact, okay, not proof, not solid evidence, their opinion upset you, bro? It's to that point of where you're gonna kill them. I think it's kind of weak, bro. It's kind of weak, bro. It's kind of weak, bro.
The people cheering online about this, now the other side is pissed, and some insane person out there is probably gonna try to get some type of retaliation on a person or a group of people that are innocent as well. It's gonna be a never-ending problem, which is why it should be—
Oh, and I'm gonna just say this now. Do not try to run up on me. I will up that bitch on you, bro. Do not play with me. I don't do none of the political nonsense. But I know just because of my skin color, right? If I go to certain places, I will be a target. I'm not going for none of that, bro. I'm not going for none of that. You're not going to get me. I promise you, you're not going to get me. You're not. The fuck? What are we talking about?
condemned. Is it now valid for you to get murked on the street because you had a disagreement with someone politically? Now that I've said that, even though I feel bad for his kids and I hope they can get through life well dealing with this,
Right.
I'm not about to sit here and act like I'm actively crying and mourning.
Exactly.
Like, two things can be true at once. It can be true that he didn't deserve to go like that and gun violence is bad, but also I'm not gonna mourn someone who—
This nigga right here looks like somebody I used to work with, bro. I thought he quit the job to go be a security dog.
who sent hate to all types of groups.
Oh,
Charlie Kirk
man.
got one of the worst digital footprints on the internet. There's that clip people are posting everywhere when he's talking about the Second Amendment.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have
Ooh, the irony.
the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
And yeah, that's definitely not a good look for what happened. He's also said things like the Civil Rights Act was a mistake, said abortion is now worse than the Holocaust. He was a huge rage baiter, and even though I'm not going to celebrate what happened, I see why some people don't care. This whole thing has turned into a giant political butt fight. You got all the conservatives blaming
Yeah.
liberals and saying it's because of their rhetoric and the way they talk that it happened. And then you got the liberals saying that's hypocritical because they do the exact same thing and would probably laugh at one of their people on their side dying. I hate
Yeah.
to have the commentator take, I guess, but yeah, it is truly both sides would act the same in the exact same scenarios if it was a person on their side. Like, it's just how things work. I do think it's funny
Well,
though.
I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't speak. I'm not. I don't take political stances, bro.
Conservatives are saying, how could people celebrate?
I'm not gonna
acting like
speak
they
on that.
haven't been making fun of George Floyd for 5 years. George Floyd jokes were never funny to me when they first happened, and the fact they keep bringing them up nowadays like it's supposed to be some jump scare for black people, I guess. Like, bro, it's been 5 years, almost 6 years. Let it go, man. And now you got them treating him like a warrior, saying he's the MLK and Jesus. It's got to be some form of blasphemous. How are you a Christian and don't know you can't compare any human to Jesus? If Charlie's their MLK though, then I don't want to know who their Malcolm X is. People may say to me, well, Tommy, he probably...
What y'all know about Malcolm X, chat? I'm talking to the black Americans. Everybody else sit down. What y'all know about Malcolm X, man? Y'all actually know Malcolm X like that? Cause I don't.
Is this nigga serious?
So I'm asking you. Somebody educate me. You feel me? I'm trying to understand what's the joke there. You feel me?
wouldn't have given you the same grace if it happened to you. And yeah, I'm sure if it did, he'd say it's tragic and all, but
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths.
I don't really like this excuse because I don't live my life according to how someone else may act towards me. Like, do you act in the same way as a person you don't like? All I know though is from this whole thing happening and getting this many people's thoughts on the internet, we were never meant to see everyone in the world's reaction to something for real. Nothing good can come from it, and y'all better strap in this month up until the end of the year because I have a feeling it's not gonna be a smooth ride until the end of it. Anyways, let me know how going on and how you're
Chat.
thrive up until the end of the year. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram.
Okay, and that'll be it for this video, man. Y'all don't know why I'm laughing because I edited that part out of the video, but just now I was doing some stupid shit. Yeah, man, it has been an interesting, very, very interesting September, bro, for the United States of America and the rest of the world, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, well, for anybody who's gonna be gearing up for war when, or if or when that happens, if that happens, hopefully it doesn't, right? War is never a good thing. There's no winners to war. Okay, so let's hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, I hope you all paying attention and getting ready for that. To the David situation, that video is coming when it comes. Okay, just fucking wait, nigga. To the Charlie Kirk situation, I don't really care for the guy. I don't really care about the guy. I don't hate the guy. You know, I don't hate anybody. To be honest, it takes too much energy to hate people, like I was saying. But I do feel for his family. You know, he was a father of daughters, I believe, right? 2 little girls. And children need their fathers in their lives, man. Otherwise, you're gonna end up, yeah. They might end up on these sites. You feel me? You don't want to be there. That was horrible. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have spoke on the man's family like that. Now the white people is gonna come for my ass. Anyway, man, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, man. You feel me? Peace.